If you want to customize your Calendly booking page, this tutorial will walk you through the process step by step so you can make your scheduling link look cleaner, work better for your audience, and match the way you want people to book time with you. Whether you are setting this up for a client call, sales meeting, consultation, or support session, customizing your Calendly booking page helps create a more professional experience and can even improve the chances that someone actually books a meeting. If this video helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more quick software tutorials just like this one. Let's jump in. First, sign into your Calendly account. Once you're inside your dashboard, look for the scheduling section. This is where all of your event types live, and it's the main place where you can manage the way each booking page appears and behaves. From here, select the event type you want to customize. If you have more than one event type, take a moment to choose the exact one you want to edit so you don't accidentally update the wrong booking page. After selecting the event type, click Edit. This opens up the settings for that specific booking page, allowing you to change different parts of the experience for your invitees. Now, scroll down until you see more options. This area is especially useful because it gives you access to extra settings that are not always visible at the top of the page. If you're trying to make your booking flow more polished or more specific to your brand, this is where you'll usually do it. Next, open booking page options. This section controls the public-facing details of your booking page, and it's where you can make some of the most important changes. One of the first things you may want to adjust is your booking page URL, also called the event slug. If the default URL doesn't look clean or memorable, you can update it so it's easier to share and easier for invitees to recognize. A short, clear slug often looks more professional and can be much easier to use in emails, social media bios, or your website. Once that's set, choose your preferred start time increments. This controls how often available time slots appear on the booking page. For example, you can set it to every 15 minutes or every 30 minutes, depending on how you want people to schedule with you. If you offer short consultations, smaller increments may give invitees more flexibility. If your meetings need more structure, larger increments can help keep your calendar organized and easier to manage. After that, adjust how the time zone is displayed to invitees. This is a very important step because it helps avoid confusion when people are booking from different locations. Calendly can show time zones in a way that makes scheduling easier for your audience, especially if you work with international clients or remote teams. Making sure the time zone display is clear can reduce missed meetings and make the whole booking experience smoother. Take a moment to review each setting before moving on. Small details like the URL, time increments, and time zone display can make a big difference in how professional and user-friendly your Calendly booking page feels. The goal is to make booking as simple as possible for your invitees, while still keeping your schedule set up the way you want it. When everything looks good, click Save Changes. This is the step that actually applies your updates, so don't skip it before moving on. Once your settings are saved, preview your booking page to make sure the changes appear the way you expected. Check the URL, confirm the time slots look right, and make sure the time zone display is clear and easy to understand. Previewing the page is the best way to catch anything that needs adjusting before you send the link to others. And that's it. You've now customized your Calendly booking page and made it more polished, more useful, and easier for people to book time with you. If you want more tutorials like this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.